Did you know there are certain things that truly successful men never do around younger women? While 95% of men keep making these basic mistakes, the top 5% have cracked the code on these unspoken rules. I've spent the past week diving into what sets highly desirable men apart from average guys, and it boils down to 10 critical behaviors they consciously avoid. Most mature men don't even realize they're making the biggest mistake, especially the one at number 4, which I'll get to. But let's kick things off with number 10. Number 10, don't play the hero. One of the worst things you can do with a younger woman is trying to swoop in and solve her problems. It might feel like you're being the man by stepping in, but from her perspective, you're just another guy in the provider, or worse, the big brother zone. The moment you start fixing her issues, you're no longer a man she's intrigued by. You've become the guy she calls when she needs a task done. And once you're in that role, you're firmly out of her romantic radar. Here's the truth, she doesn't want you to fix anything. When she shares her problems, it's not a call for you to roll up your sleeves and handle it. She's just venting and wants someone to listen, not someone eager to save the day. And the more you jump in to solve her dilemmas, the more you signal weakness, as if you're trying too hard to be the nice guy. And trust me, that's a sure way to kill any attraction. Let her figure things out for herself. She doesn't need a knight, and she certainly doesn't want a dad. Number 9, don't hold an alcoholic drink while talking to her. Picture this, an older man in 2 different scenarios. In the first, he's holding a beer, looking happy and relaxed. In the second, he's just as happy, but he's holding a bottle of water. Which version of him do you think seems smarter? Studies show that most people, men and women alike, see the man with the water as more intelligent. Why? Alcohol impairs cognitive function, leading to what scientists call the imbibing idiot bias. When you're seen with a drink in hand, people are more likely to assume you're not as sharp or in control. So if you're at a bar or social gathering, go for a bottle of water or sparkling water instead. You'll not only appear more intelligent, but also show you're in command of yourself and the situation. Don't confuse this with those richer guys in movies holding beers and flirting with side characters. You're not in a film, this is real life. Number 8, don't agree with everything just to keep the peace. One of the biggest mistakes you can make with a younger woman is nodding along to everything she says just to keep the peace. Society might tell you that agreeing with her will make her like you, but it actually does the opposite. When you agree with every opinion she has, it gives off a weak and insecure vibe, making her feel like you're seeking her approval or afraid of upsetting her. A confident man doesn't fear disagreement. Having your own perspective actually shows strength. Especially as an older and more mature man, standing firm on your beliefs is attractive. If you constantly agree just to avoid conflict, she'll sense that you're trying too hard, which will push her away. Women are drawn to men who are sure of themselves, not those who tiptoe around her views. Number 7, don't lay all your cards on the table too soon. Letting a younger woman know exactly how you feel about her from the very first interaction is a huge mistake. If you rush to show interest, she'll feel like she's already won, and that's when attraction fades. Women, especially younger ones, thrive on mystery and challenge. If you reveal too much too soon, you take away any sense of pursuit or excitement. It's not about playing games, it's about maintaining the tension that keeps her curious and engaged. When she doesn't know exactly where you stand, it keeps her invested, but the moment she feels she's conquered you, she'll start thinking, what's next? As an older man, you should know better than to hand her your feelings on a silver platter, keep her guessing, and that attraction will linger. Number 6, don't seek her approval like you need it. As an older man, one of the worst things you can do with a younger woman is to seek her approval. The moment she senses you're trying too hard to win her over, she'll lose interest. Confidence is key. When you're aiming to impress her or win her acceptance, it makes you seem insecure, which is a major attraction killer. Women are drawn to men who know their worth and don't need validation. Rather than over-explaining yourself or trying to prove you're the best option, keep the conversation balanced. Focus on her, let her share her thoughts, and avoid the trap of approval seeking. Confidence isn't about talking more. It's about knowing when to listen and when to speak. Number 5, don't overplay being aloof. Don't confuse not seeking approval with being too disinterested. These are 2 different things, and acting aloof is a common mistake, especially if you've read about relationship strategies that suggest playing it cool. While a bit of mystery can be intriguing, there's a fine line between confident and rude. If you act completely indifferent, she may feel like you're not interested at all, which will push her away. Strike a balance, show interest, but don't seem needy. Make a thoughtful comment that shows you're paying attention, then add a touch of playful detachment, but don't be dismissive. That comes across as condescending. Remember, the goal is to connect, not alienate her. Number 4, don't dump your problems on her. This is one of the biggest mistakes men make, regardless of age. If you unload all your issues onto a woman, it's the quickest way to lose attraction and make yourself seem weak. Never vent your personal problems to her. As an older man, you're expected to be strong and mature enough to handle your own issues. If you ask for sympathy or vent, it sends the message that you're not self-reliant, which is a major turnoff. Women want a man who is both emotionally and intellectually strong, not someone who needs saving. Avoid oversharing about your past struggles or weaknesses, as it can make you seem insecure. If you do mention them, use lighthearted humor. It shows confidence and doesn't undermine you. Number 3, stop apologizing for minor things. Too many men fall into the habit of over-apologizing, which makes them seem weak or insecure. For instance, if you're late, don't rush in with an "I'm sorry." Instead, stay calm, thank her for waiting, and carry on as if nothing happened. If she brings up something that bothered her, avoid an immediate apology. Instead, say, "I understand what you're saying." This lets you assess her concern without diminishing your own position. Even if you are at fault, avoid over-apologizing. A better response might be, "I'll do better next time." And this acknowledges the mistake without making you seem overly submissive. Number 2, don't lose control of your emotions. Never let a younger woman push your buttons. For example, if she makes a slightly cutting remark, brush it off with a laugh instead of snapping back. This self-control shows you're not easily rattled, which is attractive. Number 1, don't put her on a pedestal for her looks. Research shows younger women are more likely to lose interest in men who shower them with compliments based solely on beauty. Experienced men understand that putting her beauty on a pedestal makes you just another forgettable admirer. Instead, high-quality men challenge her to prove she's more than just a pretty face. They know beauty is common, but depth is rare. When you make her earn your genuine interest beyond her looks, it sparks a powerful desire to impress a man who isn't easily swayed. Thanks for watching and subscribing. Please like, comment, and share if you want to keep these videos coming.